So we've looked at how we can get data from an Excel workbook, and we've done three Excel workbooks. Now I'd like to look at getting data from perhaps a database, and in particular an Access database. So in the Power Query Editor and on the Home tab there's a New Source button. I'll click that and I'll choose File. Well, no, I can't see Access there, so I'll choose Database, and now I can see Access. So there's different types of databases you can connect to. I'll click on Access and then I'll choose a database called Northwind and I'll click Import. It'll eventually make the connection, evaluate what objects are in there, and it'll eventually give me a list of all the queries and the tables that are in that database. These are queries. So the first thing it lists are the queries, and then further down if I scroll, these are the tables that are in that database. Now I might decide that I want to bring in the orders table. But it's important that I also bring in all the tables that are related to the orders table. So that means I need to tick select multiple items. And now if I click orders, I can then click this button and ask the navigator to also select any other tables that are related to the orders table in this relational database. And it evaluates the relationships and eventually comes back and ticks all the tables that are related to orders. So here you can see that there are a number of tables that are related to orders. Now in addition to the orders table, I'd like to bring in the products table, so I tick that, but I also want to bring in all the tables that are related to products. So again, I'm going to click this button to select all the related tables, which basically selects all the tables in this database. So I want to bring in all the tables, plus I want to bring in one of the queries called 10 most expensive products, so I tick that option there. So when I click OK, I'm going to be bringing all this data into my Power Query. You can see on the left-hand side it's starting to evaluate the various sources. Some of these things have the same name, so I end up with orders in 2 and customers in 2 because I've got 2 order tables and 2 customer tables. So the second instance is given the number 2 in brackets. So we've brought in data from a number of sources and we see them as queries on the left-hand side. Now let's say I want to get data from a text file or a CSV file. I'm going to go back to the New Source button. I'm going to go to File and choose Text/CSV. I happen to have a file called Product Subcategories, so I'll click the Import button. A window will soon pop up and show me what it's going to import based on the first 200 rows. So I'm just going to click OK. And there it is there at the bottom of my list. So your queries are listed in the order that they were retrieved, and this is the last one that was retrieved, so it's the last one in the list. On the right hand side we did talk about the fact that we've got query settings, and if I wanted to I could take this name out and give it a different name, and I might call it Bike Products by month and enter. And I've renamed that query both there and that's reflected over here. If I then want to return all this data to my Excel file, I'll simply click the Close and Load button, and eventually across the bottom of my screen you'll see a variety of sheets for all the different data sources that I'm now establishing a connection to in my Excel file.